He was the best bass player you ever heard. The best I ever heard, anyhow, electric bass, including Jocko. He'd do stuff that, I mean, Jocko sounded like an amateur compared to Lenny when it came down to playing the electric bass, because like Lenny he could play the electric bass just the way he played the guitar. You know, he had just as much chops, and he'd play all those harmonics. He'd play whole solos and harmonics on the electric bass. I mean, stuff that, you know, Jocko did a lot of that stuff, but I never heard him do anything that was even close to Lenny on the electric bass. And he would get a jazz feel. That was the other thing. I mean, Jocko couldn't do that, but Lenny would have like when he played time, it would swing just like the best jazz bass player you ever heard. It would really swing. It wasn't that heavy electric bass sound. He used a thumb pick, a soft thumb pick when he played, I think, and he got this beautiful swing feel. Anything he could do on the guitar, he could do on the bass. He just didn't have. He only had 4 strings, but he could still play all those harmonics, and it was amazing. Like in solos, I mean, he could play all those things. Oh, he played the best solos on the bass you ever heard. Anybody. I mean, it was ridiculous. Well, Lenny was so darn advanced. I mean, like most guys, they wouldn't even bother to try. I mean, it was so ridiculous. I mean, most guys wouldn't even bother to try and do what he was doing, because it would just be light years beyond anything they could ever think about. You know, technically and musically. But the other thing is, he also had a bass conception. It wasn't like a guitar player playing bass. I mean, it was like a absolutely perfect bass conception, playing time and everything. I mean, this whole concept was just really a bass concept when he played bass. Because I've heard other guitar players pick up an electric bass, they still sound like a guitar player. But he definitely didn't do that. He could play really loose and interactively, but he always played bass. And I don't know of anybody that has one tape of him playing electric bass.
We got time for about 6 minutes worth of theme. And the theme for this group is Bluing Boogie. So it doesn't matter how long they play it, it still comes out great. They're going to feature, because they're all lazy, one of the founding fathers of this institution, which is called the what name? The Yardbird Suite, Terry Hawkeye, who plays drums, etc. Incidentally, you're listening to Radio Alberta CKUA in Edmonton, which is at 580 kilocycles on your AM dial, on 98.1 on your FM dial, on 9810 Jasper Avenue right now. So come. Thank you very much. Now we have to pay him. Ah, well. See, he is too fantastic. That was Spontaneous Combustion, written by Julian Adderley and played by the Society for the Preservation and Encouragement of Very High-Class Rock and Roll for Non-Pseudo Intellectuals. Anyway, this is a group led by Mike Downs, and it's here at the Yardbird Suite. And it's safe to come now because the coffee's ready. And they'll be here for some time, like tonight, for a couple hours, maybe, and tomorrow night again at 8:30. Here goes... whatever it is, the Bluing Boogie. Well, you've been listening to the Mike Downs, Dale Hillary, Lenny Breau, Ken Cheney, Terry Hawkeye Marching Band and Jazz Society from the Yardbird Suite. And they'll be here for about 3 hours tonight, and they'll be here tomorrow night. And this show will be back on CKUA Monday night, but it'll never be the same. So remember, the jazz is great, and watch out for cars. And we'll see you at the Suite.